Everybody, Houston with David Burton. What's on your mind, David?
Uh, Nothing much really, except watching these shows. I know Money in the Bank is coming up on July 1st, but of course this Sunday is Forbidden Door. What do you think of that card?
Well, I tell you what. I haven't seen it yet, but it's quite interesting so far.
It's like, to be honest, it's like maybe 3 matches I'm really looking forward to on that whole show. Excuse me, there's a total of 11 matches. Technically, 11 matches. One of them is a pre-show match, but the main card will have 10 matches. And here's the card so far. And remember, it's this Sunday. This Sunday in Toronto, Canada, of all places. But anyway, you have Kenny Omega's going to defend the IWGP United States Championship against Will Ospreay. That's one match I'm looking forward to. Bryan Danielson will battle Kazuchika Okada. Another match I'm looking forward to. Sonata will defend the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship against Jungle Boy. I don't think that match is going to be so good. Out of all the people, well, I'll get back to that. But anyway, let me finish the card. Hiroshi Tanahashi will face MJF for the AEW World Championship. I almost forgot about that match. There's another match I'm looking forward to. 6-man tag action. Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara of the Jericho Appreciation Society is going to team with Minoru Suzuki to take on Darby Allin, Sting, and a mystery partner that's going to be announced on Collision. Then you have the 10-man tag team match of Blackpool Combat Club will take on the Elite Eddie Kingston and Tamura Ishii. Adam Cole will face Filthy Tom Lawler in a Filthy Rules match, whatever that is. Orange Cassidy, Zack Sabre Jr., Kanari Shibata, and Daniel Garcia will have a fatal four-way for the AEW International Championship. And if Zack Sabre Jr. should win, he would be a double champion. Why? Because he's the current World Television Champion for New Japan, the IWGP World TV Champion. Toni Storm will defend the AEW Women's Championship against the IWGP Women's Strong Champion Willow Nightingale. Only Toni Storm's title is on the line. And CM Punk will face Satoshi Kijama in the first round of the Owen Hart Cup tournament. And so far, here's your card. I'm hoping it's better than last year, because last year wasn't so good.
All due respect to the Owen Hart tournament, why in the world? I understand why, but you gotta remember these folks were youngins when Owen Hart was around. They don't know nothing about Owen Hart.
Yeah, it's nice, but at the same time, it's kind of strange because a lot of these newer fans, especially the AEW fans, they're not going to have a clue who Owen Hart is. And to make matters worse, AEW can't show any footage of Owen because all of that is WWE.
Yeah. Now, if Martha Hart would, I'm not saying let it go, but move on and let us do something for Owen. We have the rights anyway, but no. And there's no problem, right? Owen Hart family a check. That's no problem. Royalties, that ain't no problem. But Mrs. Hart, Dr. Hart said ain't no way.
Well, WWE did put out an Owen Hart DVD about 4 years ago. Martha Hart tried to sue them, and unfortunately that didn't work out in her favor.
Yeah. And I'll tell you why, in my opinion. Because, A, we have the rights to Owen Hart. He worked for WWE till the day he died. We have more jurisdiction, if you will. Secondly, we have the rights to Owen Hart, as in, like, he worked for WWE, so therefore he's WWE intellectual property. Thirdly, ain't no problem. If it's about the money, there ain't no problem.
Well, actually, that's exactly why it didn't work out in her favor. You know, it's a company, they have their own tape library, and they can do whatever they please with their tape library, and she can't stop them.
That's the equivalent. Let's say, for example, WWE comes out with an Andre the Giant t-shirt. Andre the Giant been dead for 40, 30 years. All they gotta do is write his daughter a check, you good to go.
True. But of course, Andre's relationship is okay, and I do know Andre's daughter does receive royalties from the WWE in terms of video games and merchandise. Let's not forget, home video doesn't exist anymore, so no one's receiving royalties from home video anymore.
I told y'all, I told y'all that.
It's only merchandise and video games.
So no wrestler anywhere in the WWE receiving royalties from DVDs.
No, they don't exist no more.
Gotcha.
The only way they can still receive royalties is if somebody, somewhere, happens to sell DVDs, and let's be honest, in today's day and age, people are not really selling DVDs in stores anymore, but for those places that are, and that are selling WWE DVDs, and people are buying them, then yeah, they'll get something off of it, but past that, no. No one's really buying DVDs anymore, so no.
You can live stream whooping the hell out of DVDs.
That's why they don't exist no more. Well, I'm not gonna say they don't exist. They're just not really being made anymore, and the reason why is because of streaming. Basically, put them out of business, so to speak. But that's a story for another time. Now we move on to Money in the Bank.
Oh, yes. Money in the doggone bank. First of all, how in the world? Now, most people had to qualify. Am I correct?
Oh?
Most people in this match qualified, right?
Yeah, except for bitch-ass Logan Paul, yes.
Logan just waltzes in and he's added to the match. Other people bust their tail and qualified. They paid the price with sweat. They earned it. Logan Paul just waltzes in, like you Logan Paul, and you're added to the Money in the Bank ladder match. That's alright. He gonna learn Money in the Bank. This ain't no joke.
Yeah, that's what LA Knight said. Like, you're not just gonna waltz in here and think you're gonna win. But anyway, let's run down this card. Unlike Forbidden Door, they have 5 matches so far. I'm sure they'll add at least 1 or 2 more. But anyway, the men's Money in the Bank ladder match will feature Ricochet, Shinsuke Nakamura, LA Knight, Santos Escobar, Butch of the Brawling Brutes, Damian Priest of the Judgment Day, and Logan Paul. And then you have the women's Money in the Bank ladder match will feature Trish Stratus, Zoe Stark, Io Sky, Becky Lynch, and Zelina Vega. If you notice, the men's actually has more than the women. Yeah, the men have more. The men have 7 and the women have 6. Anyway, back to the card. Cody Rhodes will face Dominic Mysterio with Rhea Ripley in his corner. Seth Rollins will face Finn Balor for the world title. And they're calling it the Bloodline Civil War Tag Team match. Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa versus the Usos.
Could have all been so simple, man. Could have all been so simple, but it's over now.
Like Sami Zayn said, it's all your fault.
No. No. It's Jey Uso's fault.
How is that Jey Uso's fault? It is Roman's fault. You saw how he was treating him.
Bruh.
Treating Jimmy.
There's this quote that's so...
I would kick Roman in the face too. Like, you're not going to be talking to me and treating me like this.
Well, first of all, heavy is the head that wears the crown. Secondly, Jey Uso wouldn't know nothing about that because he ain't ready for that right now. Roman Reigns grooming him, but he ruined it. It cost me the boss.
Do his own thing.
It cost me the boss around here.
Yeah, that's why they say it's lonely at the top. But you want to be an asshole like Roman Reigns has, and let's not forget Roman Reigns, now that the Usos is no longer involved, yeah, he's not going to have too many people, too many bodyguards to help him keep his belt. All he has left is Solo and Paul Heyman, which can still help him. But it won't be as much now that the Usos ain't there. It's like it's all your fault. And he was like, you out. And I'm out too. And then bam. Right in the mouth. Super kick right in the mouth. And he had it coming. Big time. Big time he had it coming.
But let's not forget, it might be over as a tag team, but we still family in the end.
True. That's true.
I have several family members I would love that I don't like necessarily, but at the end of the day, that's my blood. We love them. Now I love to fight them. Never wanted to fight in my life. Love to fight them. Love to fight with them. Love to fight against them. But at the end of the day, we family.
Speaking of the bloodline, Umaga's son is scheduled to wrestle his first match for Booker T's Reality of Wrestling, his independent company. He also has a school with the same name. And Umaga's son is going to make his in-ring debut for Booker T's company. So congrats to him.
Now, all due respect to any Samoan athlete, please do not come to WWE. We're full around here. We got plenty of Samoans. We good.
But let's not forget Rikishi has another son who also just started his training.
Yeah. He has four sons. All of them are twins.
4 sons. Yes, he has a total of 6 kids, 4 boys and 2 girls, and now all of the boys are wrestling. 3 of them are currently in the WWE. Rikishi is currently training his 4th son, who just recently started his training. Of course, Rikishi, along with Gangrel, they have their own wrestling school. And one of their pupils. Man, it's going to be sort of bloodline, man. They're still going to be kicking butt. There's not going to be a shortage of Samoans when it comes to getting that ring. And you said the WWE is currently full right now, and yeah, you got a point, so to speak.
Well, when I say I mean Samoans specifically.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
But they're all in that bloodline. I mean, you got Tamina and the Usos and Solo and Roman, and you have the Rock's daughter, Ava Rain on NXT. You got a lot of Samoans over there. Then of course, Impact. Jimmy's wife Naomi is currently in Impact, making an Impact, wrestling under her real name Trinity. And let's not forget MLW, Major League Wrestling. They have Jacob Fatu, who is the son of the Tonga Kid, a.k.a. Tom of the Islanders. And you have Lance Anoa'i, the son of Samu of the Head Shrinkers. The new Samoan SWAT team. Got to meet them a couple of times working those MLW shows. Really nice guys. The Samoans are so nice people.
Yeah, until you piss them off.
Oh, of course, absolutely.
Now, a question for you. Paul Heyman, many years ago, when he was doing a promo, he was I think it was Roman Reigns said the Samoans are like a generation away from cannibalism. Is that true?
A generation from what?
The Samoans, Paul Heyman said Samoans are a generation away from cannibalism or something like that.
Could be. I don't know too much about that.
I'm talking about the OG Samoans, like on the island.
That could be, maybe. Tell you what, that island, it's a beautiful island, by the way. Nice, peaceful, it's chill, it's relaxed. And of course, the Samoans like to do their own thing. They don't bother nobody. They like to be with their families and have a good time. Just don't piss them off, and it's World War III. Yeah, you're not going to win a fight against a Samoan in the long run. Like, you may win some battles, but you're not going to win any wars. And let's not forget the next NXT presentation will be at the end of July. We know Money in the Bank will be on July 1st. The Great American Bash. NXT will be on July 30th. Cedar Park, Texas. No matches have been announced just yet, but we do know several matches are going to take place next week on NXT. There's going to be some title matches. Carmelo Hayes will defend against Baron Corbin. Tiffany Stratton, who will also be defending the NXT Women's Championship. Remember, she scheduled to defend the championship against the winner of that Battle Royal, and Tierney Holly of, what's that group? Chase University won the Battle Royal, so she'll face off against her.
Oh shit! By the way, if you are before I get there, Wrestling Trash brought to you by Backup Zimmer LLC. They put the D in delivery. You have a city license, you can drive trucks. You want more information? Call 888-712-2587. 817-888-71 backup. That's 888-712-2587 or 817-204-7259. We got backup.com for more information. And also, I got to do my plug in here. WrestlingTracks.net. I feel a little bit generous, So I'm gonna give you till July 31st. I don't know why I feel generous. I feel a little bit generous. I'll give you $12 off your order at WrestlingTracks.net. Use the code PREHEAT in all caps and get $12 off. You got to July 31st. That's a whole 2 months. You're welcome. July 31st. You got to July 31st. Use the code PREHEAT in all caps. WrestlingTracks.net.
Wow. I think this Tiffany Stratton girl is starting to grow on me for some reason. Mm-hmm. She's showing some promise that she can. I'm going out on a limb. I think she has what it takes to be a big star. And could be a big star one day. Speaking of champions, today marks the 25th anniversary of Edge's WWE debut. 25 years ago today, Edge made his WWE debut on Raw. June 1998.
One of my favorite parts of '98 next week, my mom's birthday, by the way. Next week, the anniversary of that brutal Hell in a Cell match between Mankind, Mick Foley, and The Undertaker.
Oh, yes, 25 years since that match has taken place. I believe it's been 25 years.
Yeah.
Man. Oh, I almost forgot to mention, of course, those, the WWE Network is getting to the point where it's, pretty much non-existent because basically what I mean is what they did here in the United States with Peacock, they're starting to do that in several other countries. For example, Canada is Rogers Sports and Media. India is Culver Max Entertainment. Of course, here in the States is Peacock. The Philippines is Disney Plus. Indonesia is Disney Plus.
That's cool.
You can believe that.
Mm.
And you know the WWE's current deal with Fox is set to expire in October of next year. There's a rumor going around that they may not stay with Fox. They may go somewhere else and look for a new channel. So, if that rumor ends up being true, SmackDown is going to go to a new home. And SmackDown has been on Fox since 2019, by the way. October 2019. So that's 5 years on Fox. Interesting. And of course, I'll bring up not only Fox, their deal with Fox, which expires in October of next year, but the WWE and Peacock, NBC Universal. For those who don't know, NBC owns the Peacock streaming app. They also own the USA Network and the E! Network, the national cable channels. WWE's deal with them is also set to expire. And their deal with them don't expire until 2026. Most likely they're going to stay with NBC Universal.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see him leaving. So let's just say, as an example, if WWE doesn't stay, and this is an example, but it's also true, if WWE does not stay with NBC Universal, that means Raw is going to move to a new network. It will no longer be on the USA. Same goes for SmackDown. If they don't stay with Fox, SmackDown is gonna have a new home.
All right. Now,
Yeah.
now let's get into pressing a little bit. So, hang on a second.
It's depressing. It's reality, but at the same time, it's also something to think about.
Yeah.
Are you ready? I find it interesting, personally. Say, wow, so this is how long they're going to be with this channel. And this is how long they're going to be with that channel. But it's interesting, the WWE Network on Disney Plus. Can you imagine? Imagine if we had that here instead of Peacock, it was on Disney Plus. But anyway, yeah. Little by little, they're starting to do the same thing with other countries. And I believe, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 8 countries. So that means in other countries, the WWE Network still exists.
Mm-hmm.
With the exception of the other countries I mentioned. The WWE Network has a little over 1 million subscribers. It's been 9 years. Next year, the WWE will celebrate 10 years since its network launch. I don't know if you remember, it was WWE 24 Classics On Demand, their on-demand channel, which of course ended in 2014 because the network started in 2014. That Classics On Demand channel had a good 10-year run, started in 2004, ended in 2014. But I am looking forward to those matches that are going to be taking place at Forbidden Door, the matches I mentioned. And I'm hoping that this particular one is better than last year's. Last year's I thought was not good. So I'm very interested to see how well Forbidden Door is going to be this year. And like I said, it's this Sunday. This Sunday on the 25th. And this is not an AEW pay-per-view. This is not a New Japan pay-per-view. This is a joint show between both companies. I just had to get that out the way. Yeah, because people, I hear a lot of people say, oh, this is an AEW pay-per-view. Oh, this is a New Japan pay-per-view. It's neither. It's a joint show between two companies. That's what that is. And of course, AEW's next pay-per-view is not until August, which is all of it. And New Japan's next pay-per-view is not gonna be for another. I'm not sure when is the next show.
Yeah, I'll tell you, man. Oh yeah. So everybody, MJF kind of refers to it now and then. 2024, his contract expires, but when?
Yeah, I'm amazed he's still talking about that. What he needs to do is stay focused on being the AEW champion. And MJF is good, but to be honest, Hiroshi Tanahashi is not going to be an easy guy to beat. I don't like MJF's chances, to be honest.
So, suppose Tanahashi wins. Is he going to stay here? He going to go back to Japan? Go back and forth, Japan and the States? What's up?
Most likely they'll have him go back and forth. Similar to what they're doing with Kenny Omega on the U.S. title. He's been going back and forth. Omega won the IWGP United States title back in January at their Wrestle Kingdom pay-per-view, and he's only defended the title twice in Japan since he's won the title in January. But to make a long story short, he has been going back and forth. Despite only defending the championship twice in Japan, he's mostly defended the belt here in the States. But anyway, yeah, they'll have him go back and forth. Remember, they also did the same thing with Moxley when he was the United States champion. There were, I think, about maybe twice that championship was seen on Moxley on AEW TV. that US, they have some beautiful titles. Fuck WWE, all their belts look the same. Those guys are just lazy. Whoever is making WWE's championship belts is just lazy. So all their titles look the same. So when it comes to talking about titles in today's day and age, I refuse to talk about WWE. No, I think, in my personal opinion, right now New Japan has the best looking title belts. Better than AEW's, better than the NWA's, better than Impact's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anybody can hold a candle to their championship belts right now. Despite that, I don't like how their world title looks, but I think it's ugly. But that's just my opinion. I think the previous belt they had was better looking. I'm sure if you've seen Dynamite and you've seen Sonata, you've seen the belt. AEW's got some okay looking belts. Their world title's nice. Their TNT title's nice. Even their All Atlantic Championship is not so bad. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this pay-per-view. And of course, we ain't gotta worry about a time difference neither. It's gonna be done by our time. And there's gonna be a mix of commentators and referees. So you're gonna have New Japan commentators, you're gonna have AEW, so you're gonna have both Japanese and English commentary, Japanese and English ring announcers and referees, just like last year's.
Yeah, this is Canada, so you got a big time difference, huh?
No, not really. Toronto's the same time as... Yeah, Toronto's the same time as... It's not so many hours apart. Yeah, Canada, their time difference is not crazy hours apart. It's pretty much the same as here in the States. I do know in certain parts there are parts of Canada where they may be an hour behind or an hour and a half, but other than that, that's it. Man, and I didn't catch Impact, but I did see some highlights, and they're rapidly building towards their next pay-per-view. Bully Ray, man, is a beast. He put the president of Impact through a flaming table. And now him, Bully Ray, and his partner, the former world champion, what is his name? I forgot his name. Steve Macklin. Are going to take on PCO. And Impact president, Scott D'Amore, at Impact's next pay-per-view. And the Motor City Machine Guns are pretty much dominating Impact right now. Congratulations to Alex Shelley, who's the Impact World Champion. He beat Steve Macklin last week. And also on that same night, his tag team partner Chris Sabin won the X Division Championship for a record-setting 9 times. So they have the main titles. Sabin is the X Division champ. Shelley is the world champion. Of course, Sabin's been world champion in the past before. And, oh yeah, that's right, Slammiversary is the next show. Nick Aldis, who recently returned to Impact, he used to wrestle in Impact as Magnus. Now that he's back, he's wrestling under his real name. He's not using the Magnus name. He's going to face Alex Shelley at Slammiversary. It's going to be Alex Shelley's first title defense since winning the championship. So that's going to be interesting. And Chris Sabin's going to defend the X Division Championship. I believe it may be an Ultimate X match.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. And you know what? Impact is not that bad. I have to admit, it is getting watchable again. Excuse me, dogs barking in the background.
Yeah, you can move away from there. It'd be awesome.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Sorry about that, y'all.
Yeah. I don't want to say technical difficulties because it isn't. Oh boy, someone's delivering food in the house and the dogs are barking. It's the only time they bark. When someone is at the door. They're all quiet all the time. 24/7, these dogs are quiet. But as soon as someone comes to the door, no matter who it is, that's when they start barking.
Yeah, it beats like that, man.
Yeah. We had to get rid of one dog because it just would not stop barking. But anyway, that's just... Oh, wait a minute. Speaking of dogs, I don't know if you saw the... Are you watching the Dark Side of the Ring stuff?
Yeah, but our problem is whoever's running WatchWrestling.ai, they're dropping the ball, man. I can't get a new episodes of what's it called with WWE. They look for different stuff. Treasures.
The treasure show?
Yeah, they dropping the ball, and the last episode was back in May.
Did you try the other site?
I might check that out, hopefully.
Yeah, I know the other site had it, and they also had the Dark Side of the Ring episodes. I just saw the last one with Matt Bourne, the original, doing the Crown. Damn shame. See, this is why you gotta stay off of drugs. Drugs ended his career, and it's part of the reason why he is no longer with us. He sadly passed away a little over a decade ago. Man. Sad stuff. And that was the 4th episode. There's, I believe there's 5 more. There's only 10 episodes this season.
And I'm sad that NBC has canceled Young Rock, man.
Yeah, after the 3rd season. That was surprising.
I would like Dwayne to take it elsewhere. Maybe ABC or maybe Fox or something. Fox or ABC or something like that. But no, NBC said, okay, we're done here. That sucks.
You know what else sucks? That same week, the XFL lost $60 million. I was like, he had a bad week. The Rock had a bad week. Young Rock, it gets canceled, and the XFL loses $60 million.
I enjoy Young Rock, man. I watch every episode, all 3 seasons, man.
It was a good show.
They were on Peacock, by the way.
They're still on Peacock, by the way.
I watched all since day 1.
Yeah, for those who actually haven't seen the show, all 3 seasons are still on Peacock. You can check the show out. It's a good show. I highly recommend the show.
And who the hell is Frost?
Speaking of shows, there's a YouTube show called Reliving the War. I watch it every Thursday. It's a very good show. Look into it. Check it out. Sort of, the guy goes back in time and he covers both shows of Raw and SmackDown. He puts them head to head and he grades the shows, and he picks who wins that week's show. It's a good show. You gotta watch it. Me talking about it won't do any justice. You gotta see it for yourself. It's called Reliving the War. It's on YouTube. Airs every Thursday at 6. Highly recommended show. I'm interested to see what Roman Reigns is going to say about what happened.
Well, I'm assuming tomorrow on SmackDown.
Yeah, I don't know if they've announced anything. Because I haven't seen anything on the WWE app. And they haven't made any announcements for SmackDown tomorrow night.
The fact that you still have the app is amazing.
Huh?
The fact that you still have the WWE app is amazing.
Well, the fact that it still exists is amazing.
I ain't seen that thing in a while.
Yeah, I still haven't. But I got it late, though. I got it like a year and a half ago, so. But I gotta be honest, I'm surprised the app itself still exists. You get notifications and things like that. So, like I said, I haven't gotten any notifications saying anything about tomorrow, so we'll see what happens. Definitely see what happens. And of course, AEW Collision, which airs Saturday night. Rampage, which also airs tomorrow. So you got Rampage, which is recorded. Collision, which I think is live, I'm not sure. But we're going to find out who Sting and Darby Allin's mystery tag team partner to take on Jericho and the rest of his partners this Saturday on Collision, which will be the show's second episode. Last week was the show's debut. CM Punk returned. The ratings was so-so. The attendance was very bad. They didn't draw well. I don't know if you saw the pictures, but yeah, that was pretty bad. Punk didn't move the needle in terms of ticket sales. And he didn't move the needle too much in the ratings. But like I said, the ratings were so-so. CM Punk. You know, I think the guy's a little bit rusty. I think he needs to have more time in the ring. Because that's what I got from watching that match. That 6-man tag match. You know, Bullet Club Gold and Samoa. It was cool seeing Samoa Joe and CM Punk lock up again. The two of them had a classic back in their ROH days. They had a series of 3, and those matches, oh my god, those matches are unbelievable. Unbelievable. If you haven't seen those 3 matches, you're doing yourself a disservice. Hunt them down. If you have the Ring of Honor streaming app, Honor Club, all of those matches are up there. I'm telling you, those matches are classic. Very, very good matches. You know, I think we damn near squeezed everything out of here because we don't got nothing else to talk about.
I appreciate you. Y'all understand how hard it is to get a hold of David on a Thursday, let alone any other day. We tried last night, but I had set up for my church, so...
Well, that was your end. That wasn't me. That was on you last night.
Yeah, and last night I completely forgot about booking it for Wednesday. I was like, oh, it's not going to be at church. But anyway, get David on Thursday is almost near possible. We appreciate him every time he's on. Thank you very much. We'll see you guys. We'll see you guys next time on Wrestle Tracks. Have a great night, everybody.